Do you struggle with posting on social media, worrying about what people think, obsessing about likes? Well, we've all been there. In fact, so many of you in my community across social media have been sending me direct messages and commenting things like this. I'm struggling with content. I feel like I'm the least interesting person. What am I struggling with? Doing TikToks and Reels. I just can't find the motivation and I'm not confident enough in myself. Getting over worrying about what people will think or judge in regard to my post. Confidence, I very much feel the who is gonna actually wanna see this, who cares? Content, I feel like the least interesting person. I'm afraid to post. And ironically, all these messages and comments I just read to you are all from actors and artists, incredibly interesting people that have so much to share with the world. These types of comments and fears and doubts are what we're going to conquer in this video. But I'm not doing this alone today. I'm interviewing actress Louise May Mosley, who went from 73 followers on TikTok last January to over 360,000 followers on TikTok in less than 5 months. All because she made a mindset switch, she found the confidence to post, and now she is sharing her story with the world. I am beyond excited to share with you this interview that I actually just did with Louise May. So many amazing gems that are going to help you with your posting. Let's dive right in. Louise May, I'm so excited to have you here. From 73 followers to, I just checked, 363,000 followers in 5 months. I mean, that's amazing. And I mean, for everyone watching, beyond the numbers, what's been so impressive is that she's sharing her life with us. She's sharing her interest, her lovely family. I seriously want to hang out with you and your mom.
Come get a coffee.
And now your beautiful voice. You literally have this virtual stage to share your talents with us and sing for us every single day. And that's been so inspiring to watch and really cheer you on from the sidelines. And everyone watching, I will link to Louise's TikTok and everything in the description below, so you can go join her and watch her amazingness there. But first, I just want to start with some context so people know why you're here on my channel, and just context on how we met.
Yeah.
I did a lot of lives in 2020 last year.
Did.
And at the beginning of 2021, I remember meeting you in January, and I had a live where I talked about this right here. I don't know if people could see it. The idea of, with posting, focusing on the idea of connection and not perfection. And I know that spoke to you, and I remember talking about in that live how some of my best performing TikToks and now my best performing Reels were those posts that were in my drafts that I was like afraid to post. So I know that's how we met, but I'd love to hear from you, fill in the gaps for me. We met then, you had 73 followers on TikTok. What made you decide to just start posting and really sharing more of yourself?
Okay, so in my eyes, I'm like, we met in like March 2020 when you started doing the lives with Backstage, because I was just joining them because there was this lost world of, oh my gosh, we're in our homes, how do I self-tape, how do I do this? So I was coming to your lives, and obviously you had a lot of people watching those lives, so I wasn't commenting on them. That freaks me out. That used to freak me out. Commenting and getting myself involved with lives used to freak me out. Anyway, so I started watching your lives and then realizing, okay, I need to have some sort of presence online, and I really didn't. So I just started with the small things, like would go on my Facebook and I deleted loads of old photos, and like one of the first moves was just put a headshot as my profile picture, just something small like that tells people I'm going into acting, because something just as small as changing your profile picture can be really daunting, and you feel embarrassed that you've got headshots, don't know why. And then I was just joining your lives and thinking, okay, TikTok people seem to be growing so much faster than Instagram and things like that, and I already don't have a following, so I don't have a reputation on TikTok. I can really start fresh. So then I started posting on TikTok, and then I saw that you were doing a live in the January all about how you can use social media and platforms, and I thought, oh, I'm going to join it. And there wasn't many of us on this live, so I had more of a just a comment and things. So I started talking about the fact that I'd had a load of TikToks that I was too scared to post, and you were just like, You just need to post. What's the worst that can happen? I don't have a reputation on there. And then it suddenly hit me that I was just being a perfectionist, and I had all these videos that I could share. And then that was the other thing as well. I was like, there is no use for them on the platform. I'm not teaching anyone anything with my content. But then when you were just like, you don't need to be perfect, you're just connecting with people. And since then, I really have connected with people, and I really have met a load of people online. And I'm like, this is so nice now. There's a community. Like, social media is just this massive other stage, other platform. And nowadays you have to use it. Like, and everyone says you have to. So then it makes it more of a bigger thing that you need to be perfect on there, but you really don't. And once you've got this following, it's not embarrassing. It's great. Like, these people want to watch your life. Yeah.
That's fun. I love what you just said there, that like you were actually making it all about you by keeping these in your draft. You were being totally selfish, right? By keeping this from us, right? And y'all know that now if you've seen her TikToks. But when you make that switch, you start making it about others, right? When you just like put yourself out there and you focus more on just serving and adding value instead of saying, what can I get from these people? And like, oh my God, are they gonna like it? That's selfish. Instead of thinking, what can I get? You say, what can I give? And it makes like all the difference. So I love that so much. And the first TikTok you took that took off was with you and your mom in the car, right?
Which was one of the ones that I was like, I will never post that. It's glitchy, the quality's not very good, and the sound is off, and I sound rubbish. And then Olivia's song was taking off on TikTok, so I was like, oh, I feel like people might care because it's the song that's trending on TikTok. And then it's not even that you want people to care, because you want to just not care. That's like, it's not, oh, I want people to care and nobody cares. You just need to not care what people are going to think. And then when they do think nice things, it's like, great, you had no expectations. Like,
yeah, you got to just let go of the outcome. Great is what you learn here, and what I think everyone can learn just already from this brief conversation is, you know, you're gonna post and you let it go. Yeah, you may stick around and honor those first people that are there, but then let it go. Don't focus on the metrics. Some of your posts are going to be awesome. Some of them are going to flop. In fact, most of the ones that I think are going to be awesome don't do well.
Yeah. One of my covers that was in my drafts was with my stepdad, and I originally was like, I'm not going to post it because my stepdad is literally just there. We're not talking in the video, and yeah, I didn't connect with the video. And then one day I had nothing to posted that video. It's got like 4 million views, and that was going to be a deleted. And there are so many that I have deleted like that. It annoys me. I'm like, you never know. Like,
yeah, we are not the judge of our content.
No,
our followers are actually and I know that's hard to get past, because then you go, well, will they like it? But we can't really judge if it's going to be good, so then just post it, right? I like to always say, you're somebody's favorite account on social media, right?
Yeah.
Anybody, I don't care how small your account is, you are somebody's favorite account on Twitter, somebody's favorite account on Instagram, somebody's favorite account on TikTok. So just show up, post, and make their day. When you start thinking about it, make their day.
I love that you said show up, because it's showing up for yourself every day. There are days that I don't post, and I think to myself, oh, I haven't shown up today, but I've done this instead, but I want to show up more tomorrow. Like it's like an audition. It's the world now that we're showing up at an audition, because casting directors and whoever else are going on platforms to find talent as well. I have been reached out by many like shows, but they're singing, things to do with singing, and I do want to focus on my acting, and I just think I use TikTok to just show that I'm not just an actor.
And all that's gonna spiral and grow, because you keep putting yourself out there, and you're gonna keep bringing more joy to other people, and sharing your talents and your family. And both your parents are deaf, right? We see your mom.
Yeah.
So what's really great is when you see her account, you'll see she's also bringing awareness to a whole community and taking care, getting rid of a lot of misconceptions and myths.
Which wasn't my intent until you have to start responding to some comments. Then that's how when people are like, I don't know what to post, you just start responding to the commenters, and people will tell you what they want to see as well. Like, yeah, people always ask questions about my mum, and so I try and answer them all the time. There will always be questions surrounding that as well. It's also a teaching experience for me. I find I get, as actors and singers and whoever performers, we get a lot of unsolicited advice online. People will give you advice that you haven't asked for and think they will have strong opinions on your voice, your acting, whatever. And so you just learn to think, oh, my opinion is the only the one that matters about myself. And as soon as you let that fear go of some people don't like me, oh my God, then you're even more free to post, and you just post more content. So I get a lot of people saying, I love the way your voice cracks, and then I got a lot of comments saying, I hate how your voice cracks. And I just think, you can't please everyone, and then you just let that go and do whatever you fancy.
Exactly. Actually, I just posted on Instagram like 2 seconds ago. Just the idea of like that you're not for everyone, right? Like you're absolutely not for everyone. You're gonna be too much for some people, and those are not your people, right? And so when you start understanding that, tap into the people that are your people. What's your vibe? Tap into that. There's plenty of those people, and
they're who you're trying to connect to. Them who are commenting those nice things or following you for the right reasons, for sure.
Do you have any advice for someone who may be afraid to post, or afraid to join TikTok, or afraid to post a reel, something video content? What would you say to them?
I held off for a long time, because you think about these. I think as some people think about YouTube for a long time, or vlogging things. I thought about TikTok for a long time, particularly last year in the first lockdown. Thought, I've got all this time on my hands, I could, and I didn't. And now I look back and I'm like, God, I wish I started earlier, because it's just the consistency, it's just the starting out. And when I started out, it was only my friends that followed me, and they probably just pitied me. Like now we laugh about it, but they would like it and comment like, love you, Lou. And it can like soul destroy you, the thought of people you not wanting to see your videos, seeing your videos. But once you pass that point, or you do pass that point, if you are consistent and you are showing up for yourself, you will gain a following. You just will. You have to, like. And I just always think of the analogy like Rome wasn't built in a day, or like Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant. And we love knowing that about Kim. We love knowing her journey, just the same as when you do well and you do big, people want to know your journey. And you now know that I had 70 followers and it was just my mates and I was too scared to post. And that journey is so much more interesting, so much more. It wouldn't be fun if you started out TikTok and had 500,000 followers. It's not, the graft isn't there, like, and you don't know who's following you. You haven't formed a relationship with them. So just focus on connecting with an audience and having that relationship and replying to your comments. Or I think I've just started feeling confident enough to share that I have TikTok and that I post to people that don't know me, because I'm in a couple acting classes, and the one I was on to tonight, we were sharing social medias, because it was the final session of like this 8-week course that we've been doing. And at the end, everyone was sharing their socials, and I just put TikTok, Louise May, and so many of them replied saying, I've already followed you. But then also others were like, how many followers do you have? And we were talking, and I was like, that's one of the first times I've spoke to people about my TikTok that don't know me already, really, like in person. And they were just like, that's crazy, well done. But you don't realize it's such an achievement when you're living it all the time. But yeah, you will let go of that fear. You have to let go of that fear of people are going to find this, because you want people to find you and discover you, and the right people will. Like, you just have to be consistent, definitely consistent with that connecting.
Listen to Louise here, just post it. The more you post, the easier it gets. Just got to get past that, and she's living proof that it can happen.
I was just going to say, even when I had about 10,000 followers, I would post a video, and if it didn't do well, I would private it. And by privating it, it's like, okay, well, I tried, and now it doesn't need to stay there. But actually it did need to stay there, and so I'd put them back on. There aren't any videos that are privatized now, and I know there are other creators that do that will private a video if it didn't do well. But for people to get to know you, if you have a video that does really well, they want to go on your page and meet you. And on your smaller days where you've not got many views on that video, and they might comment, people that wouldn't usually comment will comment on a smaller video, I find, to try and get your attention or whatever. And I just think, once the video's out there, let it go, move on. The scariest part was filming it, and you've done that, not just let it go, it's out there.
Awesome. And actually, one more thing. Like I said, I've been watching your journey since January. And one thing I really love too, is you've done so many things with just like ease and style and grace. And I know you had some haters and people talking about you on Instagram, people that didn't quite understand your username.
And Twitter, there was a lot of Twitter and what as well.
And you just dealt with it the way I saw the video when you addressed it, and you changed your username, and just can you speak to that, because it was just it was really lovely how you did it.
Thanks. It was horrible seeing like some people discussing how like maybe awful my account was or something. Like reading hate is never nice. And then it just hit me that no one's contacted me directly, so why don't I just directly address them, people that have these thoughts and feelings about my account. And so I did that, and I just thought, by doing that, I don't want this to be problematic. I don't need my username to be problematic. This account is just art, it's just fun, it's just living, and that's what most of us use social media for. We don't want to go and see this model of a fake person. Like, you just want to just be on social media, I think. Particularly like with actors, this is like a broad example, but I love seeing someone like Florence Pugh cooking in her kitchen. She's not acting on social media, but by getting to know her by cooking, I love her acting even more. So it's just the same kind of thing. Like,
her cooking videos are amazing too.
Yeah. I just love her, but yeah, the haters are gonna hate. And I got a lot of messages from higher content creators, like verified people, that then reached out to me and said, if you ain't getting hate, you ain't getting great. And I just thought that's so true, because the more love you get, the more hate you're going to get, and you just have to learn how to deal with certain things. And that was something I wanted to comment on, but you don't have to comment on any hate you get at all. It's just if someone's calling you ableist or someone's calling you racist, then you have a right to discuss that if you want to. Like, it's your account, you take complete ownership on what you post. And I didn't want to draw attention to it, but at the same time I wanted to address it and draw the line and be unproblematic. We don't need that.
So what's next for you?
I'm off to London for the month of August in the summer on this course with National Youth Theatre. It's called NYT. It's this big theatre company in the UK. And they reached out to me on TikTok and asked if I had a membership. Well, no, they just straight up didn't ask. They said, do you want a membership? They said, the artistic director of National Youth Theatre would like to offer you a membership, which then led to me auditioning for their summer intake course. And I got into the summer intake course in London in August. So I'm going to be doing a crowdfunder for that, which should be coming out soon. I just need to make some videos for that. But yeah, I'm gonna need to raise some money to spend the whole month in London without a job.
Well, that's so exciting. Well, depending on how this times out with when this video comes out, I'll make sure that is part of everything below. And
yeah,
reach out to me. I will contribute to your campaign. So
thank you. Oh my god.
This summer, so I continue to cheer you on. That is so exciting. So there's so many things that can come out of social media, from connections with schools and theater companies and headshot photographers and casting. So keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. My audience is going to learn so much from this interview.
I hope so. I was one of them. I was on your lives thinking I could never post stuff like that. I could never. And then suddenly 5 months later, I really just did it. I really just bit the bullet and committed. Show up for yourself, for sure.
I love that. Thank you so much. And
thank you, Heidi.
Okay.
Bye.
I hope this interview and her words inspire you just to post and share your story, your talents, and your life with the world, and really do it by focusing on connection and connecting with your followers and potential followers, and not focusing on perfection. Go out, post the dang thing. I can't wait to see what you create. Until next time, I will see you on social. Bye.